Greetings, fellow gorehounds, and welcome back to a blood splattered vlog. I'm the Horror Guru.
And I'm Count Jackula.
And today we're going to talk about the crowd-funded slasher film Stream from director Michael Leavy. Now, this movie is a pretty straightforward slasher film. It's about a family who discovers that the hotel they're staying at while on vacation is actually the host to a slasher game that is being live streamed, and they are essentially the victims of this slasher game. Pretty straightforward movie, but it does have two things going for it that make this movie stand out above a lot of its peers. The first thing going for it is that the cast consists almost entirely of very famous horror character actors. It's like a horror convention's guest list, basically. We got like Jeffrey Combs, we got Tony Todd, we got Felissa Rose, Danielle Roebuck, David Howard Thornton, Danielle Harris. There is a ton of them in this movie. The other thing that makes this movie worth seeing is that the effects are done by Damien Leone of Terrifier fame.
As you may have recognized, the actor who plays Art the Clown,
yes,
among those we listed.
Which I have some thoughts about him in this movie, because it's very interesting seeing some Art the Clown-like antics, but being performed by a different slasher.
Yeah.
It was kind of interesting to watch.
Well, it was weird because, like, you know, you probably could have just made this guy Art the Clown. It still would have worked.
I know. Like, Art the Clown somehow stumbled across this game and just participated.
Yeah, he just participated.
The problem is he would automatically go after the other killers too, because Art the Clown don't give no fucks.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. You would just kill everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got me there.
Now, overall, I enjoy this movie. It is a straightforward slasher that knows exactly what it is, and it doesn't try to be more than that, and I appreciate that. Sometimes you just want a good slasher.
But to me, the engine,
yeah, go ahead,
that really fucking keeps this movie going is Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey Combs. Holy shit. He is not a small cameo in this movie. Some of the other actors we mentioned are small cameos, but he is actually in this movie from start to finish, and he is a blast to watch. He is chewing the scenery like it's nobody's business. He knows exactly what kind of movie he's in, and he's having fun with it.
Yeah.
Now that actually leads me to one of my two criticisms of this movie. All the character actors, the Tony Todds, the Danielle Roebucks, they're having a blast and they're doing a great job.
Oh yeah.
But all the non-character actors playing primarily the main characters are kind of dull and boring in comparison.
Well, yeah, they're doing like regular acting.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, man, we need you to ham it up a little bit.
But even to compare, like, you have the father guy, and his wife in the movie is played by Danielle Harris.
Yeah.
And you compare the two of them when they're acting off one another, Danielle Harris is far more believable and far more real in her performance.
Rings around the guy, you know?
Whereas he feels like he's doing community theater, and I almost felt bad how much he's being outclassed.
Yeah.
And the same thing happens later when he's talking to Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey Combs, yeah.
It's a minor criticism, because at the end of the day, I don't go to these slasher movies necessarily to be blown away by the acting, but it's just all the actors that aren't the horror convention cast stick out like sore thumbs when they're acting alongside those actors.
Yeah, if you're looking for like a primary character who's gonna act on the level of, say, Jamie Lee Curtis, you ain't gonna get that.
No. But really, at the end of the day, you're not watching this movie for the main characters. They're there, they have a plot, you're supposed to sympathize and empathize with them, but really what you're here to see is to watch these four slashers that are participating in this game slaughter the members of this hotel one by one in creative and gory ways. And in that sense, this movie delivers.
Yeah, if you really like Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, you're gonna like this movie a lot.
Absolutely. It is fun. People are hamming it up. The gore is great. It's not on Art the Clown level. Like, these killers don't kill people in the Art the Clown way where they're like maiming someone like excessively.
No, it's not. They're not as sadistic as Art the Clown.
It's way more like standard slasher kills.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a cool creative moment where someone's like head gets smashed or someone gets like stabbed in a cool way. It's definitive and the person's dead, and then they move on to the next person.
Yeah, really, it just is about all the little thrills spills, twists, and turns.
I did appreciate that this movie did have some nudity in it.
Oh, yeah,
with that one couple in the lover's suite. My only problem is, because it had some nudity, I felt like the movie was missing more nudity later in the movie.
Well, especially because there's those two lesbians who are just like making out on a bed.
Yeah.
You're like, your shirts are still on.
I'm saying, if you're gonna be the cheesy slasher exploitation film, you gotta go all the way.
Oh, yeah, all in.
And that was the one sense that the movie held back.
Yeah.
And it didn't hold back all the way, because there is that one scene with nudity. But because it's the only scene and there are other scenes where it's obvious there could have been, you notice when you're like, wait.
Actually, I was a little disappointed that one of the slasher killers didn't go topless.
I mean, yeah. I would have been fine with the slasher killers like going bottomless too. Like
yeah.
You have that one beefcake slasher if he was walking around with no pants,
his dick hanging out.
yeah.
Ah!
That would have been awesome. I also liked that each slasher has like their own thing going on in this.
Yes.
You have the David Howard Thornton slasher, who is definitely doing some Art the Clown mime shit. You have his sister, who is basically like doing a miming version of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, she's doing the Harley Quinn thing.
There's the big beefcake guy, who's like the big muscle dude, who's like, everything he does is like, I'm gonna lift up this radiator, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you know. And then you just have like the normal ass slasher, who he's taking it more seriously than everyone else.
Yeah.
Everyone else is being goofy and having fun, but he's just like, no, I'm mad when I kill someone.
Yeah. He just cares about winning.
All the fun little cameos, like the Felissa Rose, Danielle Roebuck scene, are hilarious. They're fucking great.
Oh yeah, because the minute those guys show up, the movie is like, yeah, you know what we're doing.
Weirdly enough, there's actually a surprise cameo we'll talk about in the spoiler section that on paper I should have loved, but to me it just felt like it was unnecessary.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it in the spoiler section.
Spoilers. Yeah.
But there is like two actors who show up who aren't listed in the normal cast list. And when they show up, it's like, oh, it's kind of cool to see them, but it doesn't really add anything to the movie. So you're just like, why is this here? And why did you even film that? It doesn't seem like it's associated to anything.
Yeah, did you film this first and then had a better idea?
Yeah, is this like an alternate version of the way you were originally going to end this? Like,
yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. But we'll talk about it in the spoiler section, because that's like an after the credits thing, basically.
This is a B movie.
Yeah, it's a B movie in every sense of the word. Most of the actors that aren't the character actors are on B level. The character actors are hamming it up because they know exactly what movie they're in.
They know what they're going for, yeah.
The kills are great, and there is some boobs. Not a lot, but there is some boobs. If you want a good boob and blood time, then I highly recommend Stream. It was crowdfunded, so you know this was a labor of love and not something made just to make money.
Yeah.
These are people who love themselves some slasher films, wanted to bring back a little bit of that 80s slasher spirit, and they got up and they made it.
Yeah, it allows everyone to do what they're really good at.
Yes.
And what you want to see them do.
You want to see Jeffrey Combs monologuing, right?
Yeah, you want to see him like going crazy.
Yes.
You know, pausing it. Odd moments, you know?
You want to see David Howard Thornton doing the crazy
mime shit,
you know? And you want to see Danielle Roebuck just being a drunken asshole.
Yes.
It's great. And so, with that said, my fellow Gorehound, Stream is currently available to stream on various streaming platforms. Feel free to pick your poison and enjoy. And with that said, let us move on to the spoiler section so we can talk about some of the stuff we haven't talked about yet. First things first, the surprise cameo. So the movie proper ends with the characters that survive going to a hospital, only for it to be revealed that Tony Todd has taken over the Jeffrey Combs role and is now going to host a new game inside the hospital with our main characters.
Yeah.
But then after the credits, they show like a completely separate game going on in which Bill Moseley shows up as well as Tim Curry in a mask.
Yeah.
They give like an indication that like there's more games than just the one we watched going on, but the ending already gave that indication.
Yeah, we already learned that with Tony Todd.
So I wasn't sure what the point of the ending is, because it's not like the character in that scene is the character we've been following the whole movie.
Yeah, well, it's also kind of a letdown because Tony Todd delivers like an amazing soliloquy. Fucking pitch perfect, dead on, and you're just like,
Yeah.
Damn it, Tony.
And it's cool to see Tim
good.
Curry, but Tony Todd, like, completely acted circles around him in that.
Yeah, because, like, Tim Curry's very old, and
Yep.
he's got mobility issues at this point. You know?
Absolutely. Which is probably why he's wearing the mask in the scene,
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
you know?
exactly.
It's cool to hear his voice, though.
Oh, it's very cool to hear his voice.
It's really cool.
You know?
I did like the twist, even though I saw it coming, when it turns out at the end that the dad switched places with the first player slasher.
Yeah, you saw that one coming, but then they get you with the follow-up.
Yes. I wish the daughter and the dad were more engaging.
Yeah.
But, like, given the fact that, like, that final scene is them opposite Jeffrey Combs steals the show. You know?
Yeah. Jeffrey Combs is, like, the real star of the movie.
That poor gay dude, the one who's fucking, like, nailed to the wall and crucified.
Dude, yeah.
That poor guy. And he was just being a good guy in that moment, too.
Yeah. One of the things I didn't see coming
Yeah.
was the heel turn that the cop makes.
Yes, that was a good twist.
That was good.
That was a good twist. I did not see that coming either.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff where it's very telegraphed. That one wasn't.
No.
And I liked that.
No, that one was not. I'm like, oh, I was totally fooled.
Funny enough, that actor was so good, I kind of wished he was the main character.
I know what you mean.
You know, he was really cool.
Yeah.
Danielle Harris's death scene inside the bedroom. That's a pretty cool scene.
Yeah.
Danielle Harris obviously is one of those, like, if I'm dying early on in this movie, then I gotta fucking give a fight.
Yeah.
to this guy.
It's going to be a fight.
This is gonna be like a Scream movie. I'm not going out like a bitch.
Well, no, I mean, like, she fought, like, Mike Myers twice. You know,
she was
come
also
on.
like the best mom in the world.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
fucking, like, catches her daughter hitting on these two dudes and, like, planning to go back to their hotel room. And it's just kind of like, can you just, like, not do this in front of dad? Like, you know, I was just like, okay,
Yeah,
all right.
it was also a little bit of like, oh, don't tell me what you're up to, little missy.
I've been there.
I've been there.
You're
I've been
just a
that
little
girl.
me.
Yeah.
You're just a little me. I know you.
Yeah.
While also being very understanding about it, too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man. You feel bad when she dies.
Yeah, oh, yeah, you feel really bad.
A lot of the
Like,
deaths in the movie are just kind of fun deaths. Like Daniel Roebuck, it's just fun to see him get mutilated.
Oh, yeah.
The gay guy in Daniel Harris, you legitimately feel bad for.
Yes. I don't know if it's a problem with the movie, but definitely one of the things I was having was you get the teenage daughter, right?
Yeah.
Bitch, you got no problems. What the hell's wrong?
I know.
You're like, what the hell's wrong with you?
She has the most first world fucking issues.
Yeah, you're so cunty to the entire family, and there's no reason for it.
Like, I guess it's supposed to just be teenage angst, but it's not like coming from any place of like an actual source.
Yeah.
She's just angsty, but her parents are very understanding and let her get away with a lot of shit, but she still feels the need to like steal shit to act out.
Yeah.
That concert is a great example of like how boring I kind of found the main characters in comparison to everything else. Because there's this whole subplot where she's gonna run off with this fucking French guy and go to this concert or whatever, which she ends up not going to for reasons.
Yeah, just for like random, just because she feels bad all of a
She
sudden.
just feels bad on the way to the concert until they turn around.
Okay, I mean, I guess.
But the only real purpose of that seems to be like the narrative purpose of getting her out of like the murder spree while it's happening so that she can show up at the end.
Yeah.
But it also means that your final girl, you spend 90% of the movie not being around
Without her. Yeah.
You're primarily following her dad. Yeah, the dad dies and like they switch places, but like you don't care about the final girl as much because you've been following the dad trying to save the son the whole movie, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's
which is why it's really good that the killers are entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. The daughter, I get they were trying to do the whole like, oh, like she's shitty to her family, and then at the very end she comes back and tries to save her family. It's like, I get that. It didn't really work as well as I wanted it to.
No. That bit could have used another pass.
Jeffrey Combs worked though.
Oh, yeah.
And the killers work.
Oh, yeah.
The killers fucking work.
Oh, yeah. Like, just watching them do their thing is great.
Also, most badass lesbian. That
Yes.
one lesbian that successfully kills one of them.
Yeah.
Only to get fucking taken out by another one. But damn, did she give a valiant effort.
Yeah, no, it's a good movie.
I have my problems with this movie, but this movie gives you exactly what you want if you're here for the B-movie shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of fun in that regard. And with that said, my fellow Gorehounds, where can they find you, Count Jackula?
Oh, you can find me here at YouTube at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I stream, and we talk about horror and monsters, and sometimes we have special guests. And I would love to see you down there. I'd love to have you ask me questions and maybe get answers. I have to keep you in suspense. What about you?
Y'all know me. I'm the Horror Guru. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Blue Sky, wherever. Just look up the Horror Guru or Blood Splattered Cinema, and I'll be there. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you're notified of my videos immediately upon their upload. And if you'd like to help out either of us more directly, be sure to check out our Patreon pages. And remember, if you decide to go the Patreon route, even $1 a month can go a long way. And if you made it this far into the video, then I want you to comment below, and be sure to comment below using the hashtag MurderStreamKill. Use the hashtag MurderStreamKill, that way I know. That way Jack knows. That way the whole world knows that you participate in a rather deadly game. And I got my money on the other guy. And with that said, my fellow Gorehounds, peace out, and we'll catch y'all later.